Sage's Avatar, and today we're going to be doing a reaction clip from the Whatever podcast. And you know, my thoughts when it comes to girls that have OnlyFans, I don't really judge, and I don't try to jump into conclusions when it comes to people trying to make their money and people trying to survive. But when it gets to a certain case, it kind of does show your true character. And sometimes women, they blame men for trying to sexualize them in such a manner, but they're sexualizing themselves. So let's watch this clip.
More body count here. The body count is 1 now.
Oh, okay. You're a semi-born again virgin.
So
recently lost it.
You should be
7
able
years
to subtract from your body count, right?
Subtract from the body count.
So let's say you're a
How
body.
do you do that? Wait, hold on. Is this like the Ferris Bueller, where they put the brick on the reverse pedal and they run the car on reverse?
That's more like Hot Tub Time Machine.
Reduce lower the odometer or whatever, speedometer.
Oh, that's funny. That thing when it's in his garage when
in
he
Ferris
drove
Bueller.
his,
Yeah,
that's a fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, no, but let's say my body count is 12. Okay, and
multiply it by 3, and that's the real number.
It's probably more. It's probably more than that. Come on.
You don't even know me.
Times 5.
You don't even know me.
100.
So let's say your body count is whatever it is. Let's say
lost track.
Let's say it's 30.
Sure.
Okay, and that's a lot.
Yeah.
For
Not really.
are you over 30? Is your body count over 30?
No comment. I'm a man of God.
Madison?
No comment.
Wait, say it.
She's
Come on,
not
Madison.
over.
Madison,
No,
you've already revealed it. You revealed it before.
I don't really know. Do I want to get into this right now?
Just for a second.
No,
Go.
I need to
What
hear
is
my
it?
daughter
Yeah.
speak. Now we're having a come to Jesus.
What is it?
8.
8?
Are you disappointed in your daughter?
8?
8.
Sweetheart, you're just...
He's gonna get
She's
the
just
belt.
starting
No.
out.
you're starting
There's like a
college.
Starting
whole
out, man.
backstory. I can get into it, but I'm
8?
not gonna trauma dump right now.
You
Are
know,
you disappointed with 8, or are you just kind of like
He looks-
surprised at 8?
I'm a little,
A lot of people
do you
are
wanna say sorry to
disappointed
your
by
father?
8. I wanted to say sorry
like
to
to
my
say sorry to
father.
your
I've
father?
never revealed this to my father before, so
8. Wow, I guess the 8 don't hate.
8 don't hate.
Yeah, 8 don't hate. I can't hate over.
When you guys notice this, right? I'm not sure who would agree to actually go on a podcast and speak about these types of topics. I mean, if it was me personally, confronting this to my parents, that shit's kind of weird, man. I would never discuss about this on a public podcast about how many bodies I have. That's just, that's someone's personal business, and it shouldn't it shouldn't be publicized to the media. And the fact is that when she made it to 8, I think she said, I've seen her in a couple of other clips before for some of these podcasts, and she's 18 years old, I think. And, bro, 18 years old, and your body count's 8. That's disgusting. You're disgusting. I don't care what anybody says, right? If you're just going and playing around with people and trying to have fun, getting drunk, getting blackout, it doesn't help you, and you wonder why you don't get into a relationship. You wonder why nobody wants to be with you. You wonder why nobody wants to marry you in the future, because you're doing this type of shit. And listen, I'm not a person to judge anybody based off, I don't even know who this, person is, and I can't really judge without actually talking to them in person and seeing how their character is. But let's continue the clip.
What is your body count? Do you remember?
Oh.
Do you even know?
Do you know?
I don't think he does.
Yeah, it's very brave of you to say that, Madison, and I appreciate your courage
skipping the question.
to come and say that in front of 5 million subscribers, 3.5.
4.2.
That's what
But
I'm
who's
saying.
counting?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Well,
Obviously, you are.
4.2.
4.2.
But
Right.
too, but I don't,
Happy actor.
to come out and say that today because I think there's a lot of people who judge.
Yeah,
Right? And to
very
come out and
much
say
so.
that, I think, is a beautiful thing, and it shows me that you're very comfortable in your skin and what you've done and who you are, and I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. I
Wait,
appreciate
you're
think
it.
proud
that's
of
a
you're
lot?
proud of her.
I'm
Wait,
proud-
so you
You're
think
proud
that's
of
a
her?
lot?
No,
He's
not a
not
lot or
saying-
not a
he's
little.
saying
I'm just
I'm brave
proud
for
of you
coming
for
out
coming
here.
out and being
Oh, for-
vulnerable and saying that, saying, "Hey, this is."
I'm
me."
not gonna lie about it.
Yeah, this
That's
is-
the thing.
honest.
I
What's
will
the point?
always say
She's honest.
I will always say I'm not gonna make any excuses for that, because that I cannot change anything about that.
And why would you
enjoy
want to?
yourself,
It's-
you
it-
don't
it's
need
who
to
you
make an
are.
excuse.
As I've gotten older, I've developed more values and morals, and I know.
Are you fucking serious? You've developed morals and values. You developed morals and values. From what, fucking 8 other guys? Like, are you dead ass right now? Like, this is just really disappointing, honestly. That's just really First of all, I personally, if it was me personally, I would never go on a podcast and admit to these types of things. Not even Batman wouldn't get this shit out of me. So,
Know who I am for
Madison,
myself.
Your mic, your movies.
What?
The mics.
It's covering your face.
It's covering
a
your
bit.
Oh,
face. You're just
sorry.
not talking straight.
Well, you know
into it.
what?
Yeah.
I think it's Freudian, right? She's feeling
hiding.
subconscious,
Yeah.
so she's hiding.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I won't hide anymore.
It's
But
all
yeah,
good.
I will always just say, like, I will never make excuses for myself. I fully take accountability for, like, my past and things that I've done, but I have a boyfriend right now who I'm very, very happily with and committed to. But it's 8. It's going to be 8 for the rest of my life. When I'm 60-year-old, it's going to be 8 too.
Oh, wow.
So,
So that's just your answer? It's not
Okay.
even real?
no.
How's it going to be 8 when you're 60?
Because
She's saying her current boyfriend
Is going to be
is
the
for
last
life.
one. That's the last
Oh,
one.
that's so naive.
Oh wow.
Whoa.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's so
What?
cute. That's cute.
Because that's what we thought when we were 18.
Uh-oh.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
sorry,
When you
Frankie.
know, you
When,
know, though.
when you're growing up, you think, this is the one. This is the one the rest of my life. And then that one breaks your
I
heart.
feel
And then you move on.
you know, honestly, sorry for pausing the video again, but like I said in the beginning, I don't really judge based off, like, I'm just watching a clip, and I don't really know who these people are until I actually meet them in person and see how their character is. So I can't really judge, but the only thing that I can say is, for people that are actually looking for long-term relationships, you have to be positive. You can't just be stuck up on one person, and that was kind of my fault in the beginning. I was stuck up on one person for so long, and like, I just kept thinking about them over and over again. I just never moved on, and sometimes that trauma and that neglected feeling, like, I can understand that completely, but you just have to move on. Nobody's gonna really, wait around for you. Nobody's gonna help you out. You have to help yourself out. Not a single person helped me when I was younger. Yes, I had a couple of people that supported me here and there in my journey, and I really do appreciate that. But nobody's gonna stick their hand out for you. People are gonna only seek what's best for them. And I feel like if you maintain a positive mindset, and if you actually try to seek and put your mind to everything and seek that ambition, you'll get it. And especially for relationships, that really takes a lot of time, depending on the type of person that you want and the type of person that you're into and the type of person that you are as well. And if you've actually fulfilled your requirements for your desires. And sometimes some people just have the time and some people don't, and it's just all about patience. So
on.
in a way, growing up, I was, like, forced into maturity, I would say. Like, I feel like I've already grown up. I know I'm 18, but I feel like a little older than I already am. And I feel like, I don't know, when you know, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, when you know, and
yeah, so you see that, right? She thinks she's all like, she thinks she's a shit, and she thinks she's mature and, like a full independent baddie and whatever the hot girl summer shit that they say on social media. The thing is that you're never really done. Stop learning, You always learn in each and every single day, and that's how you become and improve and be a better person. And yeah, sure, she can say that she's mature. I mean, I'm not sure how, in what way some people can be mature out of. I mean, if you turn to religion, or if you actually try to go to the gym, if you try to read books, and if you just get off your lazy ass and stop eating pizza and chips and playing video games, then yeah, then I guess you can say that's definitely self-improvement and maturity. Especially for a man, being a man, right? I do have to say that speaking the truth is very mature, and I feel like for those people that speak for the truth and try to actually destroy and completely disregard all the bad things in life are more successful. And I feel like it's just all about the truth. Because if I wasn't standing up for the right thing, then I wouldn't be a man at all. I would just be a pussy. That's it,
I fully believe you when you tell me that you this in your mind will be the last man, and then maybe it will or won't. It doesn't matter. But someone who's gone through the experience of, oh, I know, and you know until you don't know. And there's a possibility that it could change. But again, just to go back, I want to commend you on your courage to come out and talk openly about your, past sexual experiences. Because
I feel like there's a lot of people in the situation that I am too that do get like judged very often for their body count because it matters like a lot nowadays. And
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. That stuff really does matter because it kind of does show your character in the end if you want to wait for that right person. If you're just going and messing around with people, that's what our culture is. It's the hookup culture nowadays. If you're just going on dating apps and just messing with a couple of people, yeah, sure, you can do what you want to do. I have absolutely no right to tell you what you can or what you cannot do if you're an adult, right? But at the same time, like, you can't really expect everyone to accept the fact that, I'll be with you, and if you have like 10 to 12, body counts, then I'm not going to really go with you, And some people just have a preference, and it's just about people's preferences.
But why?
modern day society, because would you like to explain
Oh,
why
gosh.
body
Tell
count
me
matters,
why.
Brian?
Why
Should
does
we
a
get
body
into
count
it? Should we
count?
get into it?
Why does it count?
Men seek purity whenever finding a woman, and that's mainly the reason why I feel like
Exactly. She's right on one thing. Men actually do seek purity when it comes to relationships, and nowadays men are actually trying to do better. I would say with this whole entire like masculinity, Andrew Tate, and these red pill type of shit, is kind of destroying men because, I can really understand that. I was there at one point. I wasn't really supporting all that type of stuff on social media, but like I could understand where these red people, like where these red pill type of YouTubers like Sneeko or Andrew Tate, or even Aiden Ross come from. Like, I can understand their perspective, but at the same time, you can't really, talk about women like that in that type of way. And it's just about, although I get what you're trying to say, you have to articulate your words more better, and that's what I'm trying to improve on, actually. When I used to post stuff on social media, it looked like as if I was trying to generalize things instead of actually, making a solid good point. And the stuff that I said about women and stuff, obviously, although some parts were right, I could have articulated it a little more better. So I feel like we can all improve in that way, especially, as I make a lot of my videos, I stutter a lot and it's hard to articulate some things, but I'm still trying to improve. And yeah.
like body count matters, right, Brian?
I wasn't anticipating diving into body count, but I think there's something to be said. One, obviously, the more sexual partners you've had, there's a higher risk of having an STD. That's one component. Certainly, it could be the case if you've had 100 previous sexual partners. You lucked out. You rolled the dice, and you didn't.
Although you can be careful.
You can. However, I would say,
Honestly, looking at a bunch of these girls on social media, like, because I used to be on social media at one point, and I used to make a bunch of videos, and, I spoke about, that feminism topic a lot, and a lot of these comments that I see on these types of posts, like these provocative sexual type of posts, like, are just like, slay girl, period, don't listen to any men, fuck men, and stuff like that, and it's just the fact that, I'm just speechless because I don't really know what to say anymore. Like, everything is just gone to chaos. And I'm speaking about this topic to raise more awareness for everybody, for men and women, to not do this type of shit on social media. Especially for these OnlyFans types of girls as well. Bro, you see a bunch of these girls online. Like, the moment they turn 18, they're on OnlyFans making a lot. Bro, you don't even understand how much they make. They make more than a doctor's salary per year. Think about that. Doctors make around 200 to 300K per year, depending on their specialty. And yeah, they make they make that amount in around a month, actually. Some of these OnlyFans, like the top OnlyFans girls, make around like 200 to 300K per month. Do you know how much money that is? it's absolutely ridiculous, and it's all because of these weak men that are falling to their lust and paying for these types of Bro, that's if you're paying for these subscriptions, you're just disgusting, honestly. Very
Even if
disgusting.
you are using protection, there are certain like STDs that can, like if you've got herpes or something, like
Just busts right through the
a
rubber.
well, if it's like depending on where it
Okay, I
messes
don't
more
wanna
with
talk about that.
Right, or mate you're going to be, I think, is ridiculous. For me, that's from my own point of view. I think that's ridiculous.
I will agree on that part.
Now, okay, is there a context where if it starts getting in the hundreds to the 200s?
well, there's a scale to it.
Yeah, there's a scale.
to it.
If there's a scale to it, I could maybe understand that. But, you know, just because someone has a lot of partners when they're younger doesn't mean, to me, that they're going to be a bad partner later. They may...
It kind of does. It 100% does. Have you really thought about 100 partners? If you went out with 100 partners, that means you're the problem. If none of those relationships worked out, that means you're the problem. And that means you're just a bad partner and you're just not a good person at all. I mean, not going to say not a good person, but you're just not a good partner. That's pretty much it.
may be a bad partner for you if that's your preference and if that's how you judge that, and that's 100% valid.
Sure.
But to go out and say that they may have harder times bonding with people in a general statement, I find it harder to believe. And a lot of times people have difficulties bonding because they don't understand what intimacy looks like, and that usually comes down from the parental figures. So you don't understand intimacy, so you think sex is intimacy, and then eventually you learn that intimacy is not only sexual, but it's having the vulnerability to open up and, you know, have
Your
a
emotional
conversation,
side.
to let them see your emotional truth.
So you guys reached the end. I hope you enjoyed the video, and honestly really take this into account, especially while seeking for other relationships as well. My advice is to not use any of those apps and actually to try to find someone in real life. I can understand why that might be tough, but as long as you have a positive mindset, you can manifest positivity. So that's my advice for you. Thank you and have a good day.